super excited to continue our Leadership Unplugged series with my friend Thomas Bailey. He is a business development manager with ReloTrans Auto Relocation. Hey Thomas, good morning. Thank you so much.
Good.
All right, welcome to my hometown. Did you get out and run anywhere?
I did. I ran 4 miles the other day.
Hot dog.
Hot dog, yes. And we did the boot camp, which was awesome. I recommend.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
I hadn't done it yet, and I was kind of like skeptical, but he does an amazing job.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of people out there, maybe 25, 30 people. I will definitely be doing it next year.
All right.
And then afterwards, I followed up with a run to the Space Needle and back.
All right, good on you, dude.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Got to keep it up.
So, you know, I did a 5K this summer.
Yeah, I know.
I texted you. Okay, well, clearly I do not have the running profile because my feet were killing me.
Well,
so I've decided, no, I'm out. Take me to the gym. I can't do it. No, I want to be in a rower.
It's just like the relocation industry. You have to push through the pain.
Oh, dude.
Sometimes
that's a great segue. Maybe we should swap seats.
We should.
Yeah, all right. So speaking of pushing through, so talk a little bit about what's going on in sort of disruption in the movement of cars.
Well, a lot's going on right now. I mean, we're facing an issue, I guess, not issues. All the industries, especially in the transportation side, are kind of dealing with driver shortages and things like that.
Yeah.
And we felt like it wasn't going to happen to us per se because they're not moving household goods. But lately, the last couple of years, a lot of drivers are doing some other things like hub-to-hub situations.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out ways to move through that and push through. But I feel like disruption. It doesn't always have to be chaos. I mean, if you look at it and decide, well, here, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the silver lining in this cloud and figure out what the customer really wants.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going through right now, is trying to figure out the next steps and how to get the customer happy and make sure that they have a good process, make sure the customer experience is still there, even though we're having to look for new options.
New ways to get the cars where they need to go or what have you.
Yep.
Well, so talk to me just a little bit about, when you think about that talent shortage, are there others other than sort of the movement, but are you looking at creative recruiting techniques?
Well, as a non-asset-based carrier, we try our best to make sure that our agents or our supplier partners understand the level of quality that we need. Because that's definitely the type of person that's going to get in the car, get in a truck and drive across country and pick up cars and drop them off all day is a different kind, and that's the kind we need more of.
Yeah.
And so it's a little bit different than the household goods industry, because you can hire the one driver and you build that rapport. But for us, we ship thousands of vehicles a year, and it's tough to kind of pinpoint where we need the most help at. So we're working with our supplier partners to find other ways to find some good, solid people that understand the process, because it's different than the consumer industry by far. Because the relocation side, we need tons of levels of service.
Yeah.
You can't just go in and ask
You're
for
high
money.
maintenance, is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying you're high maintenance. Maybe a little bit,
Okay.
but in a good way. So it's just a little different in that sense. So we're trying to work with them to find new people, and I feel like the age requirement for the age limits for people that can drive across the interstate needs to change a bit. I mean, because if you think about it, if you graduate when you're 18, you can't really start making money driving a truck until you're about 25. Hopefully in those 7 years, you've decided to do something else, So if there's something that we can change in that process, or hopefully these driverless trucks kind of kick in a little bit sooner than some people would like, we could use that in ways to kind of get the vehicles and things across the country, at least get them to a hub or some sort like that.
And make that happen. It's interesting. I saw the clip of Otto that going across I-70, right? Did you see that clip?
Right.
Yeah. And so I think that's one aspect of this that will potentially end up changing sort of the industry. Let me ask you a different question, though. When I think about shipping car in a hectic life and all those things, is there an opportunity to extend, I don't want to use buzzwords, but for lack of a better word, the value chain, so that you fuel the car, you wash the car, you change the oil, so when the customer gets it on the other end, it's more than just I physically shipped it. I'm just curious.
Yeah, but we've for obviously different clients want different things. I mean, in some customers, my boss always jokes that way back in the day we used to wash all the cars, and then when we delivered a Mercedes, when the guy washed it with lamb's wool and it should have been sheep's wool, that type of thing, and then you get into issues with that. But we try to make sure that each customer has packets and things that they can have that make the process a little easier, and in different ways that we can step in the process and make them feel like we thought about them and make the experience better. It is just shipping a car across the country, but we try to make it as personalized as possible. Washing cars and things like that when necessary, or having someone in the area meet with
To do it, yeah.
meet and say, okay, not just the driver, but somebody from ReloTrans say, hey, this is who we are, shake the hand, because it's
Face with a name.
Face with the name
Yeah.
is great. I mean, because it's such a personal thing, but it can be very impersonal.
Yeah.
When you never really see a person over the phone, the movers have it kind of lucky in a sense, where they can go in the house and meet that person and get the face with the name. That's why I think like video emails and things like that are a very good way to go right now, to
Yeah.
bring that personal aspect that we're going to lose eventually
Yeah.
if we don't make sure that we make technology work for us in that sense.
Speaking of personal, where's the next race?
Next race is in Detroit for me. It's a 5K. It's a short one, but I'm going to try to do under 20 minutes.
All right, turkey trot?
Turkey trot, exactly.
All right, I love it.
Have some
All
turkey
right.
afterwards.
My husband's trying to get me to do the turkey trot here, but it rains.
You should do it.
No, I can't
no,
do it. I
you
can't.
have
I can't
to.
run. No. I would give thanks to my friend Thomas Bailey. Appreciate you
Thanks so
being with
much.
me today.
Thanks so much.